Hi, everyone. How are you? Hope you're well. This is the Love and Money Show. So, first, I would like to acknowledge Dr. King. And at one point in time, we should be acknowledging Malcolm X also. So, however, today we're going to talk about pensions and how pensions work. You know, there is something else out here that makes more money than stocks and real estate, and that is private equity. If you are interested in learning more about private equity and you'd like for me to find someone to get on the show to talk about private equity specifically and solely, then put the words private equity in the comments. Okay, so I'm going to talk about pensions. So, how do pensions work? So, people get pensions when you work at a state or government job or a city job. And city is the worst, state and government are better. And so some people find these jobs on purpose with the intention of getting a pension. And so instead of just randomly looking for jobs, they look for state, government, or city jobs. So if you work at a place for 4 years, you get 12% of the annual salary. Keep in mind that when you work for these companies, to look up the specific numbers for those specific companies. However, I am going to give you the average. So you work at a company for 4 years, you get 12% of your annual salary. So say for example, how much money do you make now? Somebody want to throw out a number? Okay, I'm going to throw out a number. Say you make $100,000. So you have one of these state or government jobs and you stay there for 4 years. So you'll get 12%, 100,000 times 12%, which is $12,000 a year for the rest of your life. So divide that by $12,000 for staying at a company for 4 years, $1,000 per month. So for the first 4 years, you get 12%. You stay another 2 years, totaling 6 years, you get another 7%. So instead of 12%, you get 12% and 7%. You stay an additional 2 years, add 8% onto that. Additional 4 years, add 18% onto that. Additional 8 years, add 40%. So if you stay at a company for 20 years, then you'll get an average of 85% of your yearly salary for the rest of your life. So say for example, you make $100,000. You stay at a company for 20 years, you get 85%. You get $85,000 a year for the rest of your life. Divide that by 12, about $7,083 a month for the rest of your life for staying at a company for 20 years. So some people do that. Some people have been at a company, the same company for 20 years. Um, but say, for example, you you've heard of pensions, but you weren't aware of how to apply it. So say you're just hearing about it now. So if you're interested, what you could do is find you a state or government job, stay there 4 years and get 12%, stay there 6 years and get an additional 7%. So say you did that. Say you just found out about this. So you're going to stay there, let's do 4 years. So we make 100,000, you get 12%. 100,000 times 12%. So you get 12,000 for the year. Divide that by 12. You get $1,000 for the rest of your life for staying at a company for 4 years. Say you decided to stay there for 6 years. So you would get 12% plus the 7%. So we get 19%. So say you make $100,000, you stay there for 6 years, you get 19%. So you get 19,000 for the year. Divide that by 12. So you get about 1,500, 1,583 a month for the rest of your life for staying at a company for 6 years. Let's see, say you stay there 8 years, 8 years. So 8 years is going to be 12% plus 7% plus 8%. So you stay there for 8 years and you're going to get 27%. So say you make $100,000, multiply that by 0.27. So you get 27,000 a year. Divide that by 12. So $2,250 every month for the rest of your life for staying at a company for 8 years. So that's how pensions work in a nutshell. The first 4 years, 12% of your annual salary. The next two add 7%. The next two add 8%. The next four add 18%. The next 8 add 40%. So if you retire at the age of 60 or over, that there is a 3% pension increase every year. So they're increasing this pension by 3% every year. So that is how the pension works in a nutshell. And again, this is state government or city jobs, with city being the worst. Some people know this already and they plan accordingly for the pension. However, I did know a lady who worked a job for the pension. The pension was her intention. She stayed at a company for 20 years. And when it was time for her to get her pension, they didn't give her pension. So this is just something to know and keep in mind. Again, like I said, if you weren't aware of this, then you could still get a pension if that's your desire by getting a state or government job and staying there 4 years. Then you would get this pension, 4 years minimum, and you can still get a pension. However, you know that multiple sources of income is what is important. So, not relying on one thing. So, multiple sources of income. Money from here, 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 here. And then, if you weren't aware of pensions, you're just finding out about it now, how it works. Other things could take the place of that pension, such as investing in real estate, getting property. You could find property that will get you the same results, if not better. Also, creating certain types of businesses could get you that same result, if not better. So, I just wanted to bring that up and make you aware of the pension, what some people are doing. Uh, Instead of just looking for jobs randomly, they are looking specifically for state or government jobs, jobs that they know have pensions attached to them. So, if you like the show, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and notification bell next to it. Also, leave the words private equity if you're interested in me finding someone who can talk about private equity solely, because private equity gives you a higher return than the stock market, and it gives you a higher return than real estate. It's one of those mystery investments that no one wants you to know about. So I find that very interesting. There are, it doesn't matter how much you know, there's still something hidden out there. So thank you for watching the show. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out and have a good rest of your night.